Hello there, my name's Colin, Mag River Nature Hub, beautiful Almaguin Highlands in this gorgeous March afternoon, and you can smell in the air, it's spring, which means it's maple sap tapping season. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to do it yourself, DIY, and also review some of the common tools that you might need to set up a little operation like this yourself. This is video part number 1. We'll do a few others covering other topics like collection and boil down and that sort of thing. But yeah, let's jump into it. So, like I said, you can almost smell and certainly see, the surroundings that spring is upon us. And it's this time of year where the temperature is above zero, a few degrees, but the nights are still really cold. That's when it's sort of this natural system trigger to maple trees to send up all those nutrients and that sap from the roots up into the limbs and the buds that are, budding this time of year. And that's obviously when we're tapping maple trees. The history of maple sapping is so rich both from a settler perspective, but especially from an indigenous perspective. So if you look in the description notes of this video, there are a lot of great resources there to dive into the history and learn about indigenous connections, because it's so fascinating and so important. So let's dive into a few of the tools though, really quick. And I should mention, I'm a total amateur here, right? So I'm not a professional, just been doing this for a long time, mostly talking to friends and family and that sort of thing. So hopefully the barrier to entry to maple tapping is so low, if you know what I mean, because it's just fun to get your hands dirty and try your best. You can't really do it wrong, if you know what I mean. So a few of the tools, what you're gonna need: nice drill bit. I'll put all the specifications in the description notes, won't review them here. Here's a hand drill. This one's kind of cool. It was my great-grandfather's from the late 1800s. So I don't use it, but it's still a cool thing to have, or to remember the past. Drill bit. We've got our compass here, and again, this is just to try to find the southerly direction, because ideally that's where you want to be tapping on a maple tree, ideally. And hammer, tubing. We'll talk about this in a little bit. And last but not least, our spile. In another video, I'll talk about some of the different methods of tapping. We're actually going to be doing a bit of a hybrid approach that sort of developed over the years. I'm sure other people use too. And what it involves is tapping, inserting a spile, and instead of hanging a bucket on the tree itself, I actually have a bucket on the ground. And this means that the bucket will be a little larger, can contain or hold more sap, won't fall down, and you can also insulate a little better with snow, just in case you're not checking it every day. So yeah, let's dive into it. So what I'm doing, I've already found my southerly direction, trying to find a big root ideally. There's really no magic to this, or specific way, a few feet up the tree. And when I insert my drill bit and drill in, I kind of wanted the angle going up slightly, and that'll not only help with the sap flowing, but also help the tree heal, because a big part of this obviously is ensuring that we want to maintain the tree's integrity and health all along. And there's all sorts of specifications about that in terms of the size of the tree and how many taps to put in, that sort of thing, or that you could put in. But let's do it. So I'm going in about an inch or two and pulling out here just to get some of those shavings out. There we go. And if we're lucky, you might even see some of the sap starting to flow right now. Ooh. Any coming out there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what we're going to do, so this is called a spile. There's different styles of spiles. This is one meant for tubing. And just like the name implies, we're just tap, 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 tappy, tappy, tap. You can almost hear it once it's far enough in. Yeah, it seems pretty snug. You want it snug, but again, not too tight. Insert my pail below here. Get it ready. If you look in the pail here, there's again so many different ways you can do this. This is just a standard, 19-liter container bucket here, just to have some around. Drilled a hole in the side here. This will be obviously for the tubing to come in. I'm doing a rough measurement here. How much do I need? Let's see, about like that. Got my knife. Cut away from me here. And again, it's just, you can see a nice drip here. Oh my gosh, it's the absolute best. It's like, it's nature's energy drink, I swear. It's so delicious. 98% water, 2% sap. Or 2% sugar rather, so you can just barely taste that sugar. And this tree is looking to flow here. And I'm gonna insert the tube over here. I'm doing it on the side because ideally, you know, I don't want any rainwater or snowfall or debris to fall in. Slight down direction here if possible. There we go. And I think my lid is at the top, but that's okay. Basically, all I do here is hammer in the lid so that you have a bit of a sealed surface to help protect it from debris and insects. And we'll go over through the filtering process and next stages after this. But there we go. That's sort of like tapping 101. And big picture here, I mean, there's so many good reasons, I think, to go out and try this for yourself. But one of the bigger ones for me, at least, you know, when we're dealing with these big global issues like climate change and habitat loss and, you know, decreasing biodiversity, you know, connecting meaningfully with the natural world like this is such a great way to build relationships, particularly with younger people in our life, but, you know, people of all ages. And it's that sense of care that helps to, over the long run, I think, develop sort of responsible environmental citizenry and all sorts of good stuff. Not to mention, it's just pure fun. So thanks so much. Tune in, Mag River Nature Hub. We'll do some more videos, and please sign up for our newsletter. We'll share more information as time goes on. But yeah, happy tapping.